Hello, everybody, and welcome. Can't tell you how excited I am to see all the people here today. I wanted to express my gratitude for you all being here, because what this means to me and to Frost and Sullivan and the team in China is nowhere on the planet is there a better community, a more vibrant community, a more switched on community than right here in Shanghai, China. Nowhere do we see the DNA of growth, innovation, leadership, and ultimately transformation than what we see in this room in Shanghai and what's going on in China. So I'm incredibly grateful to be here, and thank you for being here. I would also say that we're very blessed to be on the planet at this time. Throughout entire human history, there's no time where the journey has been more exciting, and the things that we're working on, where our lives are improving, the journey's exciting, so much change happens. When I talk to students around the world, I like to look at it as 3 economic development chapters. The first chapter was the agricultural revolution. It was 12,000 years. And if you were born in the agricultural revolution, the day you were born and the day you died, you probably saw no change in human life. In the Industrial Revolution, which took 150 years, my grandmother was born in that. She saw the first plane fly, and she saw the first man on the moon, which is an unbelievable change in technology and human experience. And the chapter that we're in now is the Intelligence Revolution. And it's going to happen in 10 or 15 years. And every day, things are changing. When I walk around the exhibit hall and the hotel in Shanghai, you can see it, every single thing. The first time I came to Shanghai and this time, it's such a remarkable difference in terms of infrastructure, energy, hygiene, cleanliness. I heard this morning about the great environmental 15-year project on the river here in Shanghai. And these are just so inspiring to me and to what we're doing on the planet. So this is really an incredible period of time that we experience the intelligence revolution together. We work together on making the planet a better place, our careers a better place, our countries a better place, and our companies a better place. So what I'm personally focused on is how the role of the CEO and the leadership is going to change during the intelligence revolution. And the first thing that we see is that there needs to be a connected CEO. Things are changing so fast that a quarterly board meeting or an annual business plan is too long. You need to be connected to every hour, every yuan, every dollar, every person, every client, every project, every employee, every second of the day. And this isn't what it is today, right? We have quarterly board meetings. It's almost obsolete. So we need to create the systems and the infrastructure, the database sets, the process mapping, and the skills, because it's going to be coming in so fast to us that a CEO will be augmented by the AI engine, but the decisions will be real time. The second thing we need to look at is having a prioritized pipeline of what we're working on. All over the world, I talk to CEOs, and we all have one thing in common. Our day is chaos. The projects are random. It's from one emergency to the next emergency to the next. What we need to do is see all. One of the things, by the way, I love about the Chinese language is the character for crisis is the same character for opportunity. That's really powerful. It's a much healthier way to look at life, not through all the things that are going wrong, what we call the negative Nancy, but seeing opportunities every place you go. So having a prioritized pipeline of how you organized your day is going to be crucial to a CEO. Steve Jobs was incredibly good at prioritizing his day. Was what did he need to do today to make Apple great in the next 10 years? He's been a remarkable leader because Of all the leaders I've ever seen, I've never seen one that after they're dead, their leadership continues because of the way they were looking at the life and the way he prioritized what was important for the customers first. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the CEO's role in telling the story. Perhaps the number one responsibility for CEOs now is telling your story. And you see the really great CEOs that I've been exposed to, which is Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. They're in the news every day telling the story. Not telling the story about the financial results or what happened or who we hired or who we acquired. Those aren't very interesting. The CEO going forward in the intelligence revolution has to tell the company story about the value proposition, about the vision, about the story of the people and the customers and all of the stakeholders. All of the stakeholders need to be inspired, right? The stakeholders are the board of directors, the investors, the customers, the employees, the partners, and the suppliers. They have to be inspired behind your story. And I'll again talk about Steve Jobs because nobody on the planet have I ever seen inspire the stakeholders like Steve did. People wanted to be part of the Apple experience. They'd line up to buy the next piece of stuff, right? I've never seen that in my life where a CEO is on the news every day. They didn't actually even need to use the normal marketing channels. But he didn't talk about what was new in terms of bits and bytes. He talked about what was new for the customer experience. And so that, I think, is a really important thing for us to do, is tell the story. Not just about the company, but through this perspective of technology. Maybe it's a perspective of new business development, or it's a perspective of new business models. But telling the story through a variety of different ways to inspire those stakeholders. So that's what we're looking at Frost & Sullivan, is helping the CEO become more connected and helping the CEO tell a more powerful story. And if we can figure that out, I think that's the next big opportunity for Chinese companies, is to get really good at telling the story, not just in China, but all over the world. Not being a Chinese company, but being a global company. And you don't have to be a TV personality to tell the story. You have to have passion. You have to have connection to your heart and your soul, right? And I think that is so true here in China to begin with. So I'd encourage you all to look at telling your story, investigate how to be a connected CEO. And by the way, I'm really, really happy to be here because this is the year of the horse. And Neil told me I'm a horse. So very auspicious for me. So thank you very much. Welcome to the event, and I hope you have a very inspiring time. Thank you very much.